Hey everyone, this is my Patreon pod reaction to the 25th episode of School Rumble. And last episode, we had some birth of new misunderstandings, and Kenji kind of running away from his problems by getting on a boat, which has not been going so well. Found just one giant asshole on that boat that's just trying to make his life horrible. So, I think it would be best if you go back to Japan. Hopefully he does that this episode. And I have been informed that there is an after credits scene this episode, so I'll make sure to watch that. So, with all that out of the way, let's just get into the episode. 3, 2, 1, play. It's not cool, man. Storm is brewing. On the way to Hunter's on board. No. Asking the important questions. Probably because nobody on land wants him there. And yeah, of course, Kenji, being the cool guy he is gonna help out. I would just let him drown. Yeah, maybe you should have tied that to something first. But yeah, you guys better grab that thing. Or he can. He is pretty strong. I don't know, do you see those muscles? I have faith in him. Could probably pull up a dozen men on a good day. Like the water splashing effect off the skin. Come on. Yeah, yeah, sing. That was the missing ingredient for this challenge. They really are just singing. Is this what that one episode of Kaguya-san was referencing? That's what I call a fishing trip. Well, looks like everyone's alive. Yeah, unfortunately that does include everyone. What? I didn't quite catch the Japanese word he said. Do I have to? Hello, fish. Are you being sat on? Oh, the manga. Do you appreciate his work? Because somebody on this boat has to. And he is sitting on that fish. What do you think of the manga? Do you not like it? Yeah, about an anime season's worth. Kanso. Yeah, it sounds like you're saying Ponchi or something. It definitely does not mean cartoon, I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I mean, we're talking about manga anyway, not cartoons, so. The cute little puppy. But it's cute though. Okay, editor forcing things in, gotcha. Well, I think that was him telling you not to do that anymore. Oh no, the doggy. What about her? You're not gonna erase her too, are you? We like her. Lots of spirit, for sure. Going back to Japan. It's back there. Kenji was never meant to live his whole life on a fishing boat. Did you? I didn't get that impression. I mean, didn't you almost cut his arm off? But I don't want it. Thank you. So back in the day, huh? Okay. He knows. He has a personal experience. That's why he recognized it. Do him proud, Kenji. Never let go of your dreams. You will never forget that fishing boats. Ouch. Well, I guess that's why it didn't work out. Oh, that's a cake. Okay. I could probably think of a couple things. He's using it. So, is she actually calling Kenji? Just made his day. No need to apologize, I'm sure. Like a date? Did you just invite Kenji out on a date? That's a pretty big deal. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't think of it as a date, but it's a date. Oh, and she looks cute. Yeah, it definitely feels like a date already. As I was saying, he would wait here all day if he had to. Yeah, very manga-like line. Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, there's a character in a visual novel called Flyable Heart that also is excited to use that line that I read recently. Let's go. So, this is the most progress he's made with him in a while. I mean, I know she's thinking of another boy on this date, but still. It's still good. It's something. Maybe Ariel get jealous. Nothing's impossible for you, Tenma. What even is that? Wow. That's not exactly a turn on. So why is it hard to make progress? Good choice. Maybe we could see Tenma try on some clothes. I mean, I know we're not here for girl stuff, but we could have her try on some stuff. Maybe. I kind of want that shirt. I'll take it. Plain. It's still a good day for Kenji, regardless. You said the magic word, Tenma. Ouch. Well, that's not true either. Well, I was happy for a little bit. We're still walking together. Nothing she says can take that away. I liked it. Reality will never stand in the way. Oh, one of those. Well, maybe you would like it. Although we really don't know much about Karasuma aside from the fact that he likes curry. Did you... Yeah, she got him something. Wow. Aw. I bet he'll cherish that. You're spending time with Tenma. And hand-holding. Wow, we are making progress on this date. I mean, not if you make it. I saw that cake. Well, he does have a love interest. Or two. Or three. We just tell her that that's not a thing. Well, hopefully we all had fun. I don't know, but at least some of it involved hand-holding, so... And I think she's sleeping. I bet you're happy you came now, huh, Kenji? A second song of the episode. Oh wow, we are off the rails. Where we're going, we don't need rails. Tim really looks good in that outfit. I really can't get over that. Yeah, in theory, but you gotta be able to make something. You sure about that? Don't ask me. October 27th. Well, you need some assistance, clearly. She has a name, you know. They're not a thing. Hello? Good to see you again. Well then. I guess we got her assistant. Well, yeah, it's his cousin, Itoko. Yes, it's a bit of a pun thing going on. Yes. I don't think she's gonna ask that. I think she's just wondering what did you do under the roof together. I still wouldn't touch that personally, but if you're finding good use for it, keep going. Okay. I was like, why are we here? But apparently he's here somewhere. Is he... okay. I guess that's one word for it. Keep searching, man. Yeah, Yakumo is such a good girl. Wow, what a coincidence. Subtle, Kenji. I love you. I can explain. You know, draw inspiration from real life and all that. As he sweats bullets. It's there to pleasure everyone. uh, Get this guy some water. She didn't even get a chance to get the ski out. And also that poor pen thing. Yakumo's just so calm over here. And Kenji's just losing it. Yeah, I think she is, now that I kind of forgot about that, but yeah. She does have some kind of ability like that. I... uh, it's really not that hard to guess, man. Yeah, the more you try not to think about something, the more it's there. Like when you're trying to think about elephants. I don't think you can reach enlightenment this quickly. Who's Megumi? Okay, well, he's gone. How's the meditation going? Were we supposed to be doing manga right now? It's like, can I go home now? Well, he still has that guitar. You just compliment his guitar. A little bit forward there, Temba. Just don't break it. Well, that didn't go well. He's not gonna suck on it, is he? Man, I thought Temba was bold. Oh no. Yes, we are practicing hard. Wow, really? 20 minutes into it? Wish Yakumo was my little sister. Not quite sure why we have the opening at the end, but that's how we roll with this episode, apparently. We might not even have an opening, or ED, rather. Kumo no Ue. Which girl was Kumo no Ue? So, apparently she passed out. I mean, didn't know you knew where she lived. You must be pretty strong to just carry her all the way here. I still remember that one Curry episode. Are you really that busy? Do you like someone else? What? Alien? Oh, wow. I was about to joke, was that an alien, but that is straight up a UFO. The opening didn't lie to me after all. There really are UFOs in the show. That would that explains so much, actually. That probably should be more surprising than it is. It just makes so much sense. I don't know what else to say. Returns to the Stars. Well, not quite how I expected the episode to end. I'll be honest. It's just one of those things that you never thought about, but once that they tell you, it just everything kind of just clicks, you know. Okay. Well, that was the 25th episode of School Rumble. And this episode, Kenji was luckily able to be convinced to come back, you know? Because Kenji is a pretty cool character, but he does kind of lose his way, and sometimes you just kind of gotta pull him back. But yeah, he never stays lost forever, you know? Nothing wrong with getting lost once in a while as long as you find your way back. That's what I always say. So we had all that, the rescue mission, a couple songs in the episode, and a present from our master over there. Which I'm sure, well, we did see it being used, so it did come in handy, although we think we did break it partway through, unfortunately. I definitely did not expect that man to have a background as a mangaka. That was quite something. Apparently not a very good one, but he does have the experience, so that's, I guess it's just when you fail as a mangaka, you go get on a fishing boat. I guess that's just part of the course. But yeah, when Kenji got back, he actually got to go on a sort of date with Tenma. Because Tenma, you know, she has a whole thing with Karasuma, his birthday's coming up, and she wanted to get him a present and all that, so she, I guess, doesn't have a whole lot of guy friends that she can trust with such a task, so she called up our boy Kenji and, you know, went out with him. And she dressed up rather nice, so I, you know, maybe deep down she thought of it as a date. But yeah, Kenji, you know, just making the most of it. One of those things you have a lot of mixed feelings on the sort of date, you know, especially when she straight up says, you know, it's like, oh, that's not my boyfriend, that's my sister's boyfriend that I'm out on a date with right now, you know, as you do. But, you know, there were still enjoyable parts of it for him, I'm sure. We had some hand-holding. I mean, technically it was hand-dragging, but hands were touching, so it counts. And, of course, near the end, the classic falling asleep, you know, your head falls on the shoulder, you know, that kind of thing, which is quite nice when it's the girl you like does it to you. So, yeah, I'm sure overall his feelings were positive on the date. So, you know. And then just... it was off the rails in space, flying, as an insert song plays. You know, the best dates end that way, so I've heard. Just, also, we had the manga. We eventually got back to that, and he actually had Yakumo try to help him with it, and Yakumo, being the normal intelligence girl that she is, was able to figure out that, yeah, the characters in the manga, they kind of resemble real-life characters, like her sister and Kenji. So she's just sitting there calmly asking questions like, huh, this character kind of looks like my sister. It's like, oh, you don't say. That's quite the coincidence. Yeah, and this one over here, doesn't that kind of look like you? And they're like getting together, so, you know, this is quite interesting that this is interesting what you're doing here, Kenji. I want to explain this. And as she's calmly asking about this stuff, he's just sweating all of the bullets, and eventually comes to the conclusion that she's an Esper, and she kind of is. That aspect of the show I always forget about because it's just so not relevant. You know, I think there was like one episode that really got into Yakumo's abilities and how it affects her life, and I don't think we've touched on it much at all since then. But yeah, technically, her and her sister have powers. I guess it's just not relevant, at least not right now. But you know, Yakumo's just over there trying to help as Kenji is just panicking and meditating. She's like, I thought we were doing the manga thing, or do you not care about the deadline anymore? I want to get over here. And he eventually, you know, continued it, I think. And Karasuma apparently plays the guitar. I don't know if we knew that or not until now, but he clearly does. He's trying to strike cool poses with it, which Tenma seems to like, I guess. And yeah, the after credit scene was him kind of carrying her home because she kind of passed out from blood loss, maybe. At least that's, you know, what you would assume after somebody gets cut, but it was probably only just one factor. It was probably more of the Karasuma, what he did in response to it that caused the collapsing. And, you know, people walking in on it, just kind of a flood of emotions I think she was overcome by. But anyway, yeah, as she's trying to do her whole, you know, confession thing, Karasuma is like, I gotta leave, I gotta go. And I wasn't quite sure what he was referring to here, you know. He was very insistent that I did not have time. So, yeah, I was wondering exactly what he needed to do. I was kind of thinking it was curry related, honestly. But then we saw bright lights, and my first thought was, wow, a UFO came, like, jokingly. And then I was waiting for it to be something else, like somebody just flashing a light, like, hey, you kids, it's past curfew, you get home. You know, like maybe a cop was doing that or something. That's kind of the first thing that came to mind after the joking alien thing. But then the scene kept going, and we actually saw a UFO. Karasuma as an alien. Because I know we saw the spaceship in the opening, and I actually don't remember if I ever commented on it. I know I thought it a couple times, like, hey, we haven't seen that UFO be relevant to the show yet. I know I thought about that a couple times. I just don't remember if I actually said it. I know there was one time I almost said it, but then I thought to myself, I wonder if I already brought this up, because I do that a lot. If you watch a lot of my videos, you'll notice I say something that I probably said a few episodes ago. I just don't remember that I said it. That's always a bit of a fear I have in the back of my mind. It's not that big of a deal, honestly, but sometimes that does prevent me from saying something. But yeah, it showed up like almost the final episode. There's one left, but I guess Karasuma's reached the age where he has to go back to his planet, maybe? Because that is kind of the timing of it, right? His birthday and all that. Maybe it's time for him to finally maybe he's reached manhood and he's finished his trials and he can finally go back to his home, a true member of their species. I don't know, but that was probably something that Temma wasn't expecting. It was something I wasn't expecting, and we have one more episode left, so I don't know. Maybe she'll try to convince him to stay. Maybe she'll go with him. Who knows? But yeah, it's quite the episode. So we'll see how things go next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.